Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkakwadash. That's saying giving all praises to the God of the Bible, the Father, in the name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is in all believers of the gospel of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right. And that's his death, burial, and resurrection, which is our righteousness. So we're going to be heading into the day 6 lesson of the Feast of Tabernacles, wrapping up on the feast days. All praises to Yahweh for being able to observe these feast days. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it about how the tabernacle during the Old Testament was a symbol of Yahweh Shai and the things to come. All right. So we're going to head straight into it. The point of what we are saying is this. We do have such a high priest who sat down at the right hand of the throne of the Majesty in heaven, and who ministers in the sanctuary and true tabernacle set up by the Lord, not by man. See, so the first the tabernacle was set up by man, but this tabernacle is set up by the Lord. And since every high priest is appointed to offer both gifts and sacrifices, it was necessary for this one also to have something to offer. So you remember in the Old Testament how they had to, how the Levite priests had to be the ones to do the sacrifice and give gifts. Now, if he were on earth, that's talking about Yahweh Shai, he would not be a priest, since there are already priests who offer gifts according to the law. The place where they serve is a copy and shadow of what is in heaven. This is why Moses was warned when he was about to build the tabernacle. See to it that you make everything according to the pattern shown you on the mountain. All right, so referencing the Old Testament. Okay. Now, however, Yahweh Shai has received a much more excellent ministry. Just as the covenant he mediates is better and is founded on better promises. All right, so that's dealing with that's the proof right there that it's talking about Yahweh Shai. So we'll go ahead and look at the Hebrews 8. We'll go ahead and get those Hebrew words so you know. All right, Hebrews 8:2. True tabernacle. The Greek word there is skene. Skene meaning tent, tabernacle, dwelling. All right, a tent or cloth hut. Habitation, tabernacle. All right, so we see that that's the topic over and over again throughout the scriptures. Then we'll go ahead and jump to it again. When he was about to build the tabernacle, all right. So once again, Strong's 4633, skene. All right, tent, tabernacle, and dwelling. All right, so we'll go ahead and deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and have you continue from verse 7.
Okay. You said 7, right?
Yeah, verse 7.
For if that first covenant had been without fault, no place would have been sought for a second. But God found fault with the people and said, Behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
All right, so that's dealing with Jeremiah 31, which we're getting to soon. which about that's he's quoting Old Testament.
It will not be like the covenant that I made with their fathers when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they did not abide by my covenant, and I disregarded them, declares the Lord. For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my laws in their minds and inscribe them on their hearts. And I will be their God, and they will be my people. No longer will each one teach his neighbor or his brother, saying, Know the Lord, because they will all know me, from the least of them to the greatest. For I will forgive their iniquities and will remember their sins no more. By speaking of a new covenant, he has made the first one obsolete, and what is obsolete and aging will soon disappear.
All right, see, so it's a beginning of so Yahushua was the beginning of the initiation of the new covenant. We're not all the way in it, because we're still not at this point yet. We're not at the point where laws in our minds and inscribed in our hearts. Like, we have to go read to know certain things, right? Like, you wouldn't be able to just tell me every single law, just out of your mind, right? And to this day, we still got to teach people to know the Lord. When the new covenant is all the way set in, we're not going to need to teach people, because guess what? Yahushua is going to be on earth. This is going to be like knowing that the moon and the sun and the stars are here today. Like we always say, like you're not going to have to say, oh, well, even then you got to teach kids, but like, they don't need to, you don't need to be reminded every day that the sun's going to come up or the moon's going to go up, Yeah. All right. So, it's all a reference to Yahushua dwelling with us. And that's what the new covenant is about, right? When he's here, we're not going to have to teach our neighbor, our brother, know the Lord, because he's going to live and dwell with us, which goes back to dwelling, tabernacle. He's going to dwell with us, right? All right, and that's beautiful. So we can see that all these things connect to the New Testament and connect to how what we're looking forward to right now, right? So that'll be the day 6 lesson. It'll be very simple. Connecting the tabernacle to how it's connected throughout the whole Bible, right? And once again, man, we thank you, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. We give thanks to Yahweh for giving us the knowledge to keep these feast days and to observe this Feast of Tabernacles of this year. All right. And, we're wrapping it up. So we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all.